What's up, everyone? So it's Labor Day weekend. We are headed to northern Michigan to go after some salmon. I'm actually headed to Brad's house right now to pick him and his gear up and grab the boat, and then we'll be headed up a few hours north. Pretty excited. Salmon seem to be in the rivers, or slowly getting into the rivers as we speak. There's been some pretty large ones caught lately, the last few weeks or so. In these next few videos, we're going to kind of go over our trip up, setting up camp, and then our gear, our tackle, our setups, what we're looking for in the river, and then obviously, hopefully, catching some salmon. Pretty excited. We'll see you over at Brad's. What's up, everyone? We are about a half hour away from our destination for Labor Day weekend, our salmon trip that we are currently en route to. We're here with Brad. We're going to just go over a few things as far as the fishing trip is concerned, and even maybe a little bit about whitetails. Let's start off with Brad. What have you been doing as of late as far as getting prepared for the hunting season, which for us starts October 1st?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know what you've been doing?
No, I don't know.
That's terrible. How about, what have you been doing as far as your gear and preparing for the season?
Switched over to a saddle.
How's that going so far?
We'll find out in about 30 days. Should be good because it's much more mobile for me. Carrying a tree stand was terrible, especially going back miles into the woods. Not so much the weight, but just the bulk of the tree stand on the back, catching branches, having a duck under whatever, and just getting caught on stuff. I'm gonna plan on wearing the saddle out, having a couple wild edge steps or a couple sticks, and hopefully it's a little easier traveling through the woods, quieter. See how it turns out. Hopefully, I'll be doing a video on the ground, holding a big old rack in my hand soon.
Do you still plan on using tree stands throughout the season as well?
There's probably certain spots, yeah, that I'll use a tree stand over the saddle, but who knows? Might just be all saddle, but I'm not ready to sell the tree stands yet. Got to give it a season and see how it goes.
As far as preparation for the season, scouting, cameras, finding food sources, stuff like that, how's that been going?
Not the greatest this year. We haven't had any big bucks. Not many big bucks. We've had 3 or 4 shooters, and I feel like they're all in the summer pattern. Hopefully our cameras are where they're going to end up switching over to for this fall pattern, to see if we can have a shooter walk in one of our areas that we're planning on hunting. But plan on looking for a sign and just chasing after them, seeing if we can put one down.
All right, let's switch over to this trip we're on now, salmon. Tell us about your badass boat you just got.
Got a 18-foot Stealthcraft ATV. It's got a 20-horse Tatsu with a cool-ass graphic on the side of it. Really flashy.
graphic is honestly probably my favorite part about the boat.
Yeah, I was lucky to find it. It was used. It's 2014. Got it from a guy who didn't use it much. Low miles or low hours on the motor. But we're pretty much going to target fresh fish coming in the river. It's early September. Looking downriver where they're staging in the holes before they're moving up to the dams to spawn and everything. We're looking for those fresh fish. We're going to be casting thunder sticks, crankbaits, hopefully catch a female here and get some skein, do some bobber fishing, some float fishing, and hopefully we get some good hookups here, some bobber downs or some hookups on the thunder sticks, which should be good. People have been catching them. There's a decent amount of fish in the system. We just gotta slow down and go to hole and see if we can find a fresh pot that comes through and have some fun.
What draws you to steelhead and salmon fishing in general to where you love it, I would say, equally as much as whitetail hunting?
Steelhead's my favorite because it's almost like the whitetail of the water. They're hard to catch. I've come up weekends where I've had no luck, but I've also been shore fishing forever until I got this boat, so it's going to be a different game now. But I've brought people up here with me. They've kind of lost interest because they're hard to find, hard to catch. It's not easy. It's not like you're going out bass fishing. It takes time to learn it, to learn how the bite feels, especially if you're bottom bouncing. It always feels like you're getting a bite. You got to learn to tell the difference, which is not very big of a difference when you're bottom bouncing. But I'm newer to the float fishing and started doing it last year, and it's a game changer. You got a lot more hookups, a lot less snags. You're in the water a lot more instead of tying up, snagging up on log jams when you're bottom bouncing. But float fishing is the wave of the future for me. I got a center pin, Danny Colville, reel, Nova Custom rods, Rain Shadow, that plan on breaking in. And I'm looking forward to that more than anything, probably. Love the salmon, but love when the steelhead come up after in November. They come in after the salmon, eating the eggs. And then spring steelhead's my number one, next to whitetail hunting.
Now, I've been up here quite a few times over the last several years. It's been a little while now. How long have you been doing this steadily, and who got you into doing this?
This is like my 12th, 13th year coming up to northern Michigan to do this. Started off with a buddy from work. He took me up, and as soon as I came up here, I was hooked on it. Came up salmon fishing first, and then I got in the steelhead. And the steelhead's much better. There's less anglers. When you come up fishing these rivers in the fall for salmon, it brings out everybody. And a lot of it's combat fishing because when you're fishing from shore, you're fishing next to people. They're casting over your lines constantly. So I'm really looking forward to getting out the boat, getting away from people. It's quieter, and fish are less scarce. Like they're not as freaked out, line shy and everything, because it's less people throwing flies and lures at them. So you have more of a chance to have hookups out in the boat, I feel like.
I feel like you're a lot less restricted to certain areas where you have to fish from the shore. Now we can pretty much go wherever we want.
It's pretty much like chasing a deer. You can chase, not every good location for deer always hold deer. Same with steelhead and salmon. When you're in a boat, you have the opportunity to go down hole to hole and try to, bum some out of a hole and see if there's any holding in these deeper holes. So go out early morning, casting the thunder sticks, maybe some spoons. As soon as the sun comes up, if we are lucky enough to get a female, we'll cure those eggs overnight and then start drifting some skein during the daytime. And that should probably, one of the two is going to produce. So hopefully we'll have that on video for you.
What is your goal for the weekend as far as a weight or size or length of a fish?
Well, my personal best right now is a 24 pounder. There's been a huge there's the alewife population in Lake Michigan's been awesome this year, so a lot of the kings are big this year. There's multiple 30-pounders caught out in the big lake, and if they're getting caught out there, they're going to be coming into the river soon, so I'd love to break the 25-pound mark. 30 would be amazing,
better,
but
right?
25-pound would be my current goal right now. But I also want to get my cousin Eric. He's coming up. He's never landed a salmon, so it would be nice for him to get one landed in the net for his first one that he can hold in his hands instead of losing it at the bank.
Now, cousin Eric is quite the guy, and
as you'll see,
as everyone will see, and on top of that, he is pretty popular on Instagram with his channel that he has as far as reptiles.
Yeah, yep. He's got a whole bunch of reptiles. He's got a caiman. He's got big lizards. But yeah, he's
Snakes, spiders.
Snakes, spiders, anything you can think of.
What's his Instagram?
You can find him at The Real Eric Chambers on Instagram. He just hit 30,000 followers, so people love him.
Awesome. Now, my original plan that I thought we were going to do is hopefully set up camp real quick and then get out to the river as soon as possible. But we ran into some traffic along the way. It's a little bit later, so we're going to head straight to the river and then set up camp afterwards. Probably get a couple hours of fishing in.
Yep. Get that last light fish. They love that low light. The prime time for fishing is the same as prime time for deer. That last hour of daylight is perfect for the throwing those crankbaits up to the shore. So hopefully we get that female tonight, cure those eggs, and have some skein for tomorrow.
Awesome. We will see you guys out on the river. Cousin Eric, first cast.
Yes! Oh, just what we're fishing for. Nice smallie.
I've never caught a smallie. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah! Isn't that funny too? Because Brad said, no, you're doing it wrong. Don't cast over there. Yes, look at that. Oh, that's just wonderful. What is that?
Smallmouth.
A little smallmouth. Not bad.
Just in time to help.
Yeah.
Nice.
They usually don't have very much luck spitting these babies out. Why am I always the first one? Yeah, sure, what kind of stuff.
Because you're guide Brad.
Oh, my arm hurts. I need some help. Throw it at me. Alright guys, we got an early run Chinook salmon on here. Caught on a Fire Tiger Thunderstick. I'm your guide, Brad Wachter, FullFledgedOutdoors.com, FullFledgedOutdoors.com.
Check us out, Full Fledged Outdoors on Instagram.
Alright, it's time to move up front.
Okay.
Yep. I lied about that. You're definitely not ready yet. These guys in the morning.
He woke up on the wrong side of the bed, apparently.
Yeah, I know. Oh, brother.
Definitely hooked it off because it's from upriver here. Here, put the net together, bud. Switch your spokes. Probably don't need to stand there. Don't hit that.
What, did I do that? Yeah. I don't even know what the hell you got.
Yeah, I just need to be...
Sure, yeah, here when we net it. Oh, wow.
That's not good.
Ooh.
Lost it.
Oh, no.
We got on that log that Justin got snagged on last night.
Damn.
Dude. Alright, we're back from the river this morning at camp here. Cousin Eric's here.
What's up, guys?
Didn't have too much luck this morning. We got in late last night, right before dark. Went out, found a couple fish, hitting the top of the water and stuff. So ended up fishing there. Didn't have any hookups last night, so we went back this morning. They were still around. Got out there about 30 minutes before sun came up. Steam rolling across the
Yeah,
river.
that was
It
something else.
Super
Yeah.
cool to be out there. It's hard to get there. We had spotlights on the boat, luckily, but it's just like driving through a cloud pretty much. But ended up anchoring at that hole and fished for about an hour or so. Eric told him not to cast over there. I said, don't fish over there. That's the wrong side over there. First cast out there, hooked into it.
He literally said, no, 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 you're doing it all wrong, as I was casting, and then, oh, fish on, but it was just a little
I told you,
smally.
you should cast over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not what we're looking for, but it was nice to at least catch something, get the first fish in the boat, take a quick picture and get it back in the
It
water.
was a little
so.
smallmouth.
Yeah, a little smallmouth. So we're just looking for the salmon though. Brad was pretty lucky this morning though, hooked into one,
Hooked
got
into
under a
one.
log, and it was a really good fight though. I couldn't
Got some
believe
good
it.
footage.
I think it was a pretty good fish from the way it was pulling
heavy.
and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, on a thunder stick, Fire Tiger, junior deep diver. Ended up going downriver, came back up. We snagged a log last night and we lost it. I stopped feeling the bumps from the fish, but I think it got tied up under that log and it busted off. So, or as I mentioned in the pre-interview on the way up, cousin Eric was meeting us up here. His Instagram is the real Eric Chambers. What do you do on your Instagram? I mean,
Appreciate you shouting me out. No, we, my wife and I work with reptiles mainly. We love all animals, but it's just like a lot of animal pictures, whether it be from our collection or the collection that we get to work with. So just kind of animal related stuff. I try and do some outdoor stuff. I love the outdoors, so you'll see a little bit of that, but it's mainly just animals and reptiles and snakes and stuff,
Pretty popular guy. He's got like 3,000 followers, so 3 million followers, I believe.
No, it's only 30,000. It's only 30,000. So I appreciate it though. It's really cool to get to connect with everyone like through your hobbies, whether it be the outdoors or keeping animals or working with animals, whatever it is. So it's a lot of fun.
So we're gonna go eat and see you on the river. Hopefully get some live action tonight. Goodbye.